Teach me your will while you are working. Help me be still, for Satan is busy and God is real. Hold up, greater light, greater light. Greater light. Before I get started, let me begin with the affirmation. You can repeat this with me, after me, on your own. Don't believe me, experience it and check it out. When you allow God to order your steps, and when you know and you look in the mirror and know and recognize that you are a reflection of God, the one true and living God. There's plenty of gods out there. Many. Oh, because the Bible tells me so. Yes, there's many, but there's only one true, the one and only most high, the living God, the God above all gods. When you look in the mirror and know that you are a reflection of the Creator, because Jesus came and gave an example, he said, look, let me show you how it's going to go down. You are a reflection. You are a light of God, and God is all love. My mind is God's mind. I'm always reflecting divine wisdom and divine intelligence. My brain symbolizes the capacity to think wisely and spiritually. God's ideas unfold within my mind in perfect sequence. I'm always poised, balanced, serene, and calm, knowing that God will provide the perfect solution to all my needs. Nope, I'm not saying amen. I'm not saying Selah. I'm saying, God, you promised me. You made a promise, and I'm ready for you to do good on your promise, God. Let's get with it. Y'all ready? Oh, they want to play. They want to play first thing already. Tired. I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning. It's been a good day. It's been a good day. Can anyone tell me what that is in my background? Is that crater moon? What is that? If you can guess what that is in my background. I can't offer you anything except for maybe a lengthier a lengthier stream. I don't know. We might come up with something for anyone that can tell me what that is back there. What is that back there? What crater Which drench? What is that in the background? All right, Delia. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right. I'm gonna try to stay on here for a little bit. I always say that, and I can't never go over an hour. Every now and then I might do two, but I'm loving this background today. I'm liking that. It looked like when they took pictures of the moon. Now I don't know. I don't know. Let's see who's gonna figure it out. What that is back there. All right. Let's get these glasses. Oh my goodness. Ugh. I would talk about my testimonies for the week, the ending parts of the week, and I changed my mind. Ain't no need of bragging. Ain't no need of bragging. I'm bragging for what? The only thing I want to be bragging about is when them skies open up. See, God made a promise. He made a promise to me. I don't know what he made to y'all. God made a promise to me. And some people think I'm trying to get favors by man. Some people think I'm acting a certain way for funds and things of this earth. I'm, I'm leaving no stone unturned, making sure all my tracks are covered by love and light. Because God promised me that I get to see the sun. And then he promised he's going to get rid of the wicked. He made a lot of promises, but y'all know those who've been with me for such a long time. Anybody remember when I started getting up on these streams, what I was streaming about? What was my main topic about me? So anytime I'm so tickled for those military dogs that be acting like they putting stuff on Front Street when I've been so transparent about my life. And I didn't come up here and try to start a stream and got caught up in nothing. I came on a stream loud and clear. Look, I'm innocent. And it was only until recently, all these years, that I realized I didn't have to do that in the first place. Especially after every day reading Psalms 35. God is my judge and jury. And another good thing about when you know who you are, like you look in the mirror, you know you're a reflection of God. You know your insides and outs is right. You get to the point where it ain't even about who you are. Like I look in the mirror now, it's like, yeah, I know who I am. And then now it's when you get to that point where you don't even question that they know who you are. Somebody, I used to get a couple of beings that would text me, especially through the community. It's like, do you know we know who you are? Do you know who you are? And I always was like, in my mind, in the back of my mind, I know who I am, but I don't think y'all know who I am. And now I am so confident that they know who I am. I'm that confident. That's what happens when your mind is God's mind. Because even just let me stop because it sounds too much like I'm bragging about God. Like I said, I'm only waiting for God to come on through. And since ain't nobody else acting like God made promises to us, I'm for to be the loudest one on the face of the earth. God, you promised me. I don't know about nobody else, but you made a promise to me, and it's time for you to come through on them promises right now. I said so. Huh? Look. I could go over the star like I said I was going to do, the Floridana golden star, and continue that build. But I decided to stop just for a second. Just for a second. A second for me might be like 2 or 3 days to y'all. I don't know. I just have to stop for a second and do something. All right. What I got going on with Federal Register ain't no type of magic show or nothing. All right? It ain't no magic show. I've said it for over a year and a half. Anything that has to do with you, separate individual entities, separate beings, anything that has to do with where you live. If you want to know what the government doing, you don't have to wait for it to come on the news. You don't have to, you just go and type it in your question, type it in Federal Register, and you'll get your answer. Anything that you can think of. If you want to know about, say, your favorite food is carrots, and you want to know if they giving you pure carrots or organic, all the carrots are festive with something. When you go to Federal Register, type in carrots. Hey, what's up, Doc? And you'll turn it on and see. They'll give you your answer. So I don't need nobody acting like, and then, but the thing about being a reflection of God or living a certain way that is rightly dividing the word of truth, there'll always be confirmation that comes after that you're on the right track for what it has to do with you. Now, a couple of days ago, I said, there's 144,000 witnesses that are talking about the same thing, just in a different way. So for me, what I was talking about with the golden flower and said it has something to do with me, the Floridana golden flower, then here comes someone for confirmation about what I said at the State of the Union address, just to confirm. Okay? Because it ain't right for me to make such a claim like that. I say I'm 144,000. I'm one of them. One of the 144,000 witnesses, and I don't have nothing to come and back up what I'm saying. That's what's going to continue to happen. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, but I wanted to go ahead today and set aside time to show beings how to maneuver through Federal Register, because I made this claim at the work site. I don't want to call it that, the work site, the working group. I let them know when, I was like, look, well, they said that about the system being shut down months ago. That ain't no big news. They talked about it in the Federal Register, and like 3 or 4 individuals were like, what is Federal Register? And I said, that's a place where the government puts notices about what they're going to do to the people, for the people, about the people, about the earth, Everything down from the curvature to the earth to the smallest worm and bacteria on the face of the earth. Everything from your religion to what happens in school. Everything that you need to know about what you want to know about. This is one of my favorite lines when I say make that statement. If a bridge is going to be blown up or a train is going to be exploded, believe me, it was in Federal Register before it happened. That's it. That's it. No magic tricks, no prophecy. I keep saying I'm not a prophet. I don't I'm not no Pharisee. What I do lines up with right sound reasoning. Huh? Simple-minded common sense. Who here with me? Oh, the intellectual soapbox. Oh, greater light. So here's I'm going to go ahead with the instructions before I go on to all this other good stuff I got going on that I'm going to talk about. I got a lot of stuff. I hope I can hang. Like I said, I've been up since 3 something this morning. My grandson said, Grandma, you know when I'm here, I'm getting as much time in with you as possible. When I wake up at 3 o'clock, I'm not trying to go back to sleep. I'm trying to play with you. And then by the time he go to sleep, the sun arose, I can't go back to sleep. I got to be in the kitchen making they breakfast and all. He said, Grandma, no. This is like the 3rd time he done did that. He's like, no, let's play, Grandma. I turn them lights out. He get right out of bed, turn it right back. And he said, no, Grandma, no, I don't care that you didn't go to sleep till 11 o'clock. That's your fault. It's our playtime. This is our play. He kept trying to rub his nose on my nose. Come on, Grandma. Get up. So I hope I can hang. All right. Let me give you a little briefing about understanding the Federal Register. Share the screen. Can you share your screen, please? That's a common phrase that I hear throughout the day now. Can you please share your screen? Here we go. Let's share the screen. Is that large enough? I don't like me down there like that. Nope, I don't want it like that. Let's do it like this. That works. Okay. And what do I want to focus on right now? I mean, all these documents here and priorities and rules is all good, but let me see. This presidential document right here. Look. They trying to put down. They was like, all these stars rising. They opening their mouth and they not being quiet. The trumpets are sounding. We are calling all these authority figures right here. Do you know what OPM is? Huh? Do you know what OPM is? I'm not going to say it right now. I'm not going to say, look, we need all these authority figures right here to get together because OPM, the government force of artificial intelligence, we need your attention. See that right there? Look at that. All right, now let me go ahead. Understanding the Federal Register. The Federal Register is a daily journal of the U.S. government that publishes rules, proposed rules, and public notices of federal agencies. It's essential for staying informed about the government's regulatory activities. Proposed rules. This is the key component of the Federal Register. Proposed rules, final rules, notices, and presidential documents. Now, I don't know if anyone notices when I go through Federal Register, the ones that I mainly pay attention to, I go through a lot of them, what's upcoming, like right now, everything that's supposed to be coming out for April 4th, 3 days after Easter, in connection to the eclipse. Well, but my main focus is usually the final rules or the rules. Okay, the proposed rules are solicitations of comments on proposed regulations. The final rules are regulations that have been finalized and are legally binding. Once it hits final rule in the Federal Register, even though they sent notices out to all of mankind on the face of United States, children, aliens, foreigners, everybody, and to all parts of the world, because they also have world news and rules in the Federal Register. By the time they finish, if you didn't get the notice, if you didn't make a comment about it, it doesn't matter. It's done. It's said. It's over. It's finalized. Now, the notices, this is the part where they say, well, we're letting the public know. We letting y'all know. Now, if you don't say nothing, if you didn't get the memorandum, that's your problem. But we done let y'all know. This is what we gonna do. We finna change up the hurricane system, and we letting you know that we're doing it, and we letting you know we using these chemicals and that chemicals, and we letting you know that China is the one that's supplying the chemicals to do it. And if you didn't come over here and read it, don't come crying to us later. We put it in the CHIPS Act law. We let everybody know that by 2024, you will be considered a patient of the United States of America under the CHIPS Act law, because everything under the CHIPS Act is research and development. So you can't come later and cry because we let you know you part of research and development. This is where the notices, this is what the notices are for. Okay, so notices, informational documents such as announcements of federal agency meetings and grant applications and so on and so forth. And then the presidential documents are the executive orders and proclamations. All right. Now, navigating through the Federal Register. Like I said, if you want to know about, okay, you'll hear Inky giving out information about diabetes and stuff. Harvard said this and Harvard said that. But if you really want to know what they're saying about diabetes and what the laws are and what they're trying to do to people and the extent that they're going to do it, and the disparities and calamities that is going to come behind it, you go in Federal Register, go into the search bar, and you type in diabetes. Point blank, period. Okay, so that's what this, identify your document. Identify your document. Use the search function, which is this right here. Search your documents on the official Federal Register website to find documents by keywords, topics, or agency. Like, I want to know about the eclipse. See, you can see the screen. I type it. You can see I already did it. I've already done a search. But you right here, type. Now, If you want to narrow it down, see, there's 391 documents found. I could go and I could say, well, I want to know the rules about the eclipse. Are they talking about eclipse a company? Are they, so this is narrowing it down right here. Show advanced search. But say I want to know what's happened 90 days ago. Now, as far back as they go with their documents now is as early as 1994. Everything else you would have to go over to the Congress site or the National Archives site to find information before 1994. Okay, and then you scroll down, some of the notices and a lot of the information sometimes will look like it's in reference to one particular, like say this is talking about trucks, right? And you'll know, yeah, it's definitely talking about trucks. It could be coded, but if your interest is on trucks, it would be revealed to you whether it's coded or not. This right here says self-regulatory organizations, Securities and Exchange Commissions. I know that they're talking about people, beings, money. But why would this be something that would interest me? Because I've done a couple of streams about Consider the Legacy. And if you go back to Consider the Legacy, NATO and all them had a big ceremony in bringing back a particular ancestral lineage back into slavery mode. The slavery mentality, not the physicality of it, but just the mentality through their Consider the Legacy ceremony. And a lot of these rules help drive on their ideas and the making and conforming of it. So like this one right here, again, this says delete the legacy of disciplinary rules. They're changing a lot of what they came up together with at the G7 summit, at the G20 summit, at them in NATO and United States and UK coming together on some of these rules and regulations. And here, look what it says at the beginning. Transactions including obvious errors. They said we made some errors on a discipline. Look, eclipsed as the disciplinary landscape evolves. When you hear the word disciplinary, what's the first thing come to mind? Religion. For me, the first thing comes to mind is religion. Now, they have so many different disciplines in the system. But when you start to decipher the Federal Register, it's going to break down to how it connects to you. So if you want to know, say, whatever state you live in, like all the stuff that happened with the, say, Bayside and that big event that happened, all that was in Federal Register already before it happened. It gets so detailed that if you're concerned about something in your town or your city or your area or your district in regards to schools and funding, this is where you find it at. You could go to the city hall and find out information, but sometimes the people there ain't gonna give you the exact and precise and correct information. You come here and you could take paperwork and say, well, look, y'all got $4 million for this museum right here. So what do you mean you don't have the funds? I'm just saying, it's like that. That's how important this section of the government paperwork is. It's a revelations. It's revelations for them. All right. Understanding the layout. Familiarize yourself with the structure of the documents, which typically include the title, the summary, the dates, the supplementary information, and contact details. So if you want to know who wrote it, why they wrote it, it's all here. Use the table of contents. Utilize online resources. So you'll find out information here about hazardous material, right? And if you wanted to know more about it, you would go to the Pipelines and Hazardous Material Safety Administration to see what they got going on. Like when I was breaking down the CHIPS Act law, and the CHIPS Act law was coming through this system, but also at whitehouse.gov, all of the supplementary links, like Department of Defense, they had a playbook for artificial intelligence at that time with the Bill of Rights and the CHIPS Act law. I didn't just like, oh, all of a sudden I know information about it. I just followed the links. Like, I'm gonna give an example a little later on. Like one of the about the eclipse, it should be in here somewhere, where what's his name? Tesla and MDRI and all these people are connecting before the eclipse, right? And Artemis, all these connections. And when you read it, it seems like they talking about MDRI in one sense, but they're not. So I'm gonna have to show you. I could show you better than I could tell you. And that's an upcoming event. So that's why I'm gonna go over it. And if I don't get to it today, I'll get to it tomorrow. And if somebody wants to get to it before I do, that's fine too. That's fine too. Let me get back to it. So here are some of the research tools that's in Federal Register. You see up here, you see reader aids, video tutorials. This right here are the different sections. So like over here, I put in Eclipse, right? So I got 391 documents. I got 3 documents for the current, within the past 90 days. But if I want to know if it's about money or commerce, which money and commerce, same section, but you could break up the section of commerce where you're talking about business. See right here, 263 of anything about the eclipse is business. But then look, 246. Now remember, it's 391. These two right here are connected. So 246 of the 391 has to do with science and technology and business and industry. Only 49 of anything about eclipse has to do with money. 84 of them have to do with the environment. See, now for me, this is where I would hit first. I'd hit the science and technology, but I would hit environment first based on my preference. Now, somebody who their bills are usually about money, they're going to hit here. And for all the side tech, sci-fi beings, they're going to hit that. But you see, so that's what it means in advanced searching and breaking down the sections. Now, like I said, I love to hit the rules, but see, because I didn't narrow this down, this could be rules going all the way back to 1995 with an eclipse. How many presidential documents is about an eclipse? Let me click that real quick. This is 2016. Ooh, 1999. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Now, I was just using this as an example, but look at this right here. National Hispanic Heritage Month, 1999, Executive Office of the President, atmosphere. I'm not even going to click it because that's just going to throw me into a wormhole that I'm not trying to go into right now. Mayan priests accurately predicted solar and lunar eclipses. And before Oscar Huelos described a Cuban family, I'm not going to read that story right now. And then this one, our nation's uniform to prove to the world that no act of terror could eclipse the strength or character of our country, united by a common creed. See, I'm not hitting that. I'm not hitting that one right there. But this was just, again, an example. All right. Do I know about the emerald tablets? Which emerald tablets? which emerald tablets? Intellectual soapbox. You must know about the emerald tablets. You asking me if I know about them. Now, let me continue. So we have advanced research tools, used advanced search options to filter results by date, agency, or type of document. Email alerts. Sign up for email alerts to receive notifications about new documents or topics of interest. And social media. Follow the Federal Register on social media platforms for updates. No, I like to come straight to the source for myself. Document drafting handbook. For those interested in the process of creating Federal Register documents, the DDH provides guidance, document drafting handbook, on the transmission format and editorial requirements. Practice and patience. Now, I've been going on 3 years of using the Federal Register as my source of information. And when I used to say this to people before or say it in chats, I don't come over to get education from some of these sites, just places I like to hang. It's like in the physical realm, you go to somebody's house, you just want to visit their house. You're not going because you're trying to learn something from them. You just like to go there and chill. I get my sources of information. And so someone told me, say, because so many people think that you coming over and you taking information and ciphering their information, why don't you just always go and show where you getting your information from and share it and then teach them how to do it? Everybody is not going to want to do it like this. You got some people that like to read. I like to do that too. Huh? Big old book. I like to go on my books. But because I was a victim of the legal system, and I'm going to say that again, victim. This is where I like to come for my source of information. And when God keeps his promise to me, the first thing I want to see get taken care of are the liars, thieves, and murderers within the legal system who don't want to recognize God for who he is. Those who still want to continue to serve the devil and spiritual wickedness in high places. Okay, now I'm going to move on. That was just a quick overview for navigating through the Federal Register. Okay, now next on the line, I asked Copilot, my as is Tance assistant, to give me 9 promises of God through the book of Revelations. So here is one. Eternal life. Why I chose 9? I just chose 9 to choose 9. Eternal life. God promised eternal life. To those who overcome, God promises the gift of eternal life. Overcome what? You have people who set, they feel like they don't have nothing to overcome. They is set, they is happy with what's going on in the world. They have secluded themselves. They secluded themselves so much that they don't see what's going on. And they have said in their mind that it's all a simulated events that they control. And I guess people ain't really suffering or going through anything outside of their control. I guess. I don't know. You know, the way some people like to think. But for people like me who have overcome or had to overcome some things and still continue to overcome, God's promise, he made a promise of eternal life. So there's a promise for the overcomers. I hate to hear that dragging old song, but they have a reason. The people who sang them dragging old songs is because they know that God made a promise to those who are overcomers. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. When God keeps his promise. That's how I'm saying it. All that deep in my heart, I do believe one day, God, keep your promise. I'm ready. Can a dummy? Deep in my heart, I am positive God will keep his promise to me. What's another promise God made? No more suffering. God will wipe away. Let me do it, Kirk Franklin. Y'all know I like that version. God will wipe away. Yes, sir. Every tear from the eye. God will wipe away every tear, and there will be no more death, mourning, crying, or pain. That's in Revelation 21:4. I don't care who don't believe it. I don't care who don't believe in God. I don't care who don't believe that God is coming. And if he's coming from the skies when the clouds unroll, it's going to seem like it's aliens, but we know it ain't aliens. We know it's God and man down here gathering Gog and Magog to prepare and having the, what you call it? What is their highest space facility weaponry right now? Guardians of the spirit. Whose spirit they trying to guard? They trying to guard the spirits that they don't want to go with God when God come, huh? God made a promise to me. I don't know that anybody else that don't want God to keep good on his promise, but my mouth again is gonna be big and loud. God, you made a promise, huh? And you promised that you gonna wipe tears away. It ain't gonna be no more. In order for it to be no more death, mourning, or crying, you're gonna have to do away with whatever's evil, and whoever honors evil, and whoever don't want to have love and light in their hearts, huh? Number 3, God promised New Jerusalem. Walk in Jerusalem. The promise of a new heaven and new earth, and the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God. Revelation 21:1-2. Thank you, God. Thank you for your promise. Huh? God's presence, God's dwelling place will be with humanity, and he will live with them. Revelation 21:3. Inheritance. Those who overcome, that go all the way back, will inherit all this, and God will be their God, and they will be his children. That's Revelation 21:7. No more curse. There will be no more curse, and God's servants will serve him. Seeing God's face. They will see God's face, and his name will be on their foreheads. Revelation 22:4. The water of life, the right to the tree of life, and to enter the city by its gates. Which gates? Huh? 12 gates to the city. But that dear brother, I wish I could tell him, huh? Love and light is on the way, and you will see your son. Keep your heart filled with love. Don't build it up on hate. I could feel the hatred and energy coming through him as he screamed out, Abbey Gate, because of his son. Ain't nothing a coincidence. Golden stars, the golden astar, the Floridana golden astar. The return of Christ, the promise of Jesus' return. Yes, I am coming soon, huh? These promises offer hope and a vision of a future where God restores and renews all things. They are meant to encourage believers to remain faithful and steadfast in their faith. So I just wanted to go over some of them promises as I continue every day. God, you promise. Now, I decided to come up with some interesting facts in regards to the eclipse. There's a family of emerald tablets, the intellectual chatbot. Oh, there's an intellectual chatbot. Oh, wow. Look, Canada Dummy. The family of emerald tablets. Let me check where I say something in my banners about existing before the emerald pyramids. And Elon Musk, I used to talk about the Emerald Pyramids so much. I know for a fact that there's Emerald Pyramids through Texas, because when I used to travel, any place where the mines are, when the sun is setting, the area, the hue will come over that mountain or that range of whatever mine is there. So I knew when I used to pass through amethyst mines, when the sun is setting, there'd be a hue on the land of purple, not in the sky, like over the land. And then when I was passing jasper or emerald mines, there I'd see a hue of green on the mountains, and then it's within some of the canyons. So, but the emerald mines, there's something about the mines right now in Federal Register. I kept talking about it for a while, maybe a few months. And then, what's his name? Elon Musk start asking in his Twitter if anybody could prove that the emerald mines existed, the emerald pyramids, the emerald, if anybody could prove it. He had so much to offer, or something he said about proving it. And so what I did is I just went into Canva AI and had Canva AI create some emerald mines, MINDS. And then I tweeted it to him. I said, okay, now I just proved that the emerald mines exist. So what you say now? I used to be, I done got blocked by Elon Musk a couple of times, y'all. If that was truly him. Because I think he's just a figment of a mind, just like James Jeans in them. And what else I was going to say about the emerald mines? I lost the thought. I lost the thought. Okay, Can a Dummy, can you tell me what that is in the background, in my background? What does that look like to you? Is that Crater Moon? See them look like digging trenches and rent. What is that in the background? Anyway, so here's some interesting facts that I came up with between my co-pilot and I. So I asked, here's the first question, intellectual soapbox, since you're asking about emerald tablets. Intellectual soapbox. I asked, when and what time on April 8th will the eclipse be above Atlanta? Now I'm talking about longitude, latitude, or whether the curvature of the earth is obsolete and not needed, whether when they do the new grid for the eclipse, that is gonna bring on the flat plane. Anyways, co-pilot said it will begin at 1:45 p.m. And then he says the maximum eclipse will be at 3:04 p.m. with about 81.84% of the sun covered by the moon, and ends at 4:21. And then he said the duration of the eclipse will be approximately 2 hours and 35 minutes. Okay, that wasn't satisfying enough for me. So I went in a little deeper. Now, carbon nations. Carbon nations. I'm just saying, here we go. Which longitude and latitude will the eclipse resonate in high noon? And anybody been with me for a while know I did a song about high noon. I know Latrell Tinwell know about the song. He was, I think, one of the first people to like it when I reposted it. Meet you high noon. So I don't know why high noon came to my mind when I asked Copilot this question, but that's what I decided to ask. I said, well, where will it resonate at high noon? The path of totality for the April 8, 2024 solar eclipse will pass through North America, including New Mexico, United States, and Canada. We all know that. The point of greatest eclipse, where the axis of the moon's shadow passes closest to the Earth's center, will be near the coordinates of latitude 35.3 degrees north and longitude 89.3 degrees west, which is close to and closest to Carbondale, Illinois. Oh my goodness. You mean the original Egypt? No, it couldn't be. In this day and age. Okay, let me continue. The location will experience the eclipse around 1:59 p.m. Now remember, they're moving time forward tonight. So even though it was be 1:59 p.m., that is literally in real time high noon. So you would actually be looking at high noon at 1:59 p.m. I'm just saying. Which is not exactly at high noon, but is the point of the longest duration. And the reason why Copilot can say that without going into details, but I can give you the details about it, is because of daylight saving time or push forward or whatever it is they always got to do with time. So for the exact coordinates at high noon, you'll need to look at the detailed maps and time and during the past eclipse path of totality. Now I decided to go into more details, not about the eclipse, about Carbondale, Illinois. Carbondale, Illinois, and the most significant impact on the United States comes to these things: railroad development. Carbondale's growth was closely tied to the Illinois Central Railroad, which played a crucial role in the development of the town and Southern Illinois. The first train through Carbondale marked a community celebration on Independence Day, 1854. Dun, dun, dun. Educational hub. Who is Sinu? Now I'm gonna go deeper than this. I didn't even get a chance to do this part, but educational hub. The establishment of Carbondale College, which later became Southern Illinois College in 1866, and subsequently Southern Illinois Normal University, SINU, in 1874, positioned Carbondale as an important center for education. Sanu was later renamed Southern Illinois University because it became a comprehensive research institute. CHIPS Act, research and development. Memorial Day origin. Here's something very, when I kept talking maybe last month, the month before last, when I was going through Federal Register, and I said that they're doing preparing the graves. They're doing all these repatriations for native graves all over the United States, doing inventory, returning from museums. Native beings are requesting their artifacts that belong in their graves to be returned and everything. And they're making so many repatriation and I kept saying, and there's something about this. There's something about this. Well, let's say the origin of Memorial Day. What is Memorial Day? A day about death. Huh? And remember I think you was there, Canada Dummy, when I said, it's in one of my most recent lives, maybe within the past 2 weeks, where I said, come out of Egypt, and on the walls of Egypt is nothing about, everything is about funerary and death and the recycling of death, and how Dr. Malachi Z. York, if you want to know anything about Emerald Tablets, intellectual soapbox, wasn't going to leave beings in Egypt, just like he did for each. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. But every time we get to Egypt, everything gets stuck and frozen. And there's always a freeze each time. So here, the origin of Memorial Day is out of Carbondale. Carbondale is claimed to be the location of the first ever Memorial Day celebration, April 29th, 1866, at Woodlawn Cemetery, honoring soldiers who fought in the Civil War. Now, okay, yeah. Well, why would I say that's connected to Egypt? And why would I bring up Egypt in this conversation? Economic center. By the time the Civil War, Carbondale had become a regional center for commerce, surrounded by agricultural development, research and development state, a place where, say, Inky, if you went through old world and new world histories and connected them and combined them, and see that this right here is the same scenario replayed over and over. This part of Illinois is known as Little Egypt due to confluence of the Ohio and Mississippi rivers, where the town of Cairo is located. This is not Little Egypt. This was the original Egypt. Of course, we've had people through the community cover this time and time and time again. But with this great eclipse that they got going on, that they're going to send transmissions where Artemis has set up a transmission station on the moon. The east sun of China's artificial sun is out there beaming. Starlink has set up all of its false constellations, new constellations. That the point of high noon is going over Little Egypt at high noon, Carbondale, Illinois. That ain't no coincidence. Huh? Get your hearts in order. Forget about your house. That song that say, get your house in order, my body is a temple of the Holy Spirit, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. Get your heart, your mind in order. Because all those who are supposed to be sealed by love and light, right then, that's it right there. That is that cut. That's the we gonna end up going into warp speed with everything. Everything. If your heart and mind ain't right and ain't on love and light, you gonna be trapped up in whatever it is that they raising. High Doom, take this message, run with it. High Doom, when that eclipse is going to be over Carbondale, Illinois, which is the origin of Memorial Day services, which is in, what did you say, the third temple? Let's say the third trimester of this era, or the first trimester of the era, or the second trimester of the era is Egypt. Babylon has fallen. Real estate. I've seen something else about real estate and all that too. Yes, spiritual wickedness in high places, can a dummy. Have you? Oh, so that's what is that in the background? You said that's spiritual wickedness in high places. Have you? Or you was deciphering what Sanu is for me? Time for me to put in Sanu. Okay, who is Sanu? Can you tell me what that is? What that look like to you in the background? Sanu. Let me see if it give me anything besides the university. Nope, giving me the university. I would have to do due diligence to look for more information about Sanu in mythological or ancient manuscripts. Because of our conversation, he's gonna keep giving what? Oh, so Southern Illinois, their main research and development had to do with volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, tsunamis, and observations of fossils. Natural events and phenomenon, ancient stories, natural events and phenomenons. Okay. Well, okay. I'm done. Not because I'm through with the what you call it. It's just I'm ready to get off of here and do some more research. That's all. I'm ready to go do some more research. Um this was the latest on Federal Register. Let me click right here. scaling, expanding, apprenticeship. I don't even want to go over that right now. I just, it's a 5 or 6 things just clobbered in my mind at one time. And that's what usually happens. I had one of my co-workers explain to me, she was like, yeah, your mind, you just need to take a break. Like, love yourself. Like, she didn't mean that in like that I don't love myself, but like take a day to treat myself, my relax my mind from everything. That's what she said. She said, if you just do that, just relax your mind from everything just for a day. And it's kind of hard for me to do. Maybe I can just relax my mind and say, just lay there and the whole day, just say, God, you promised me. God, you made a promise. God, you promised. And then I just say that and keep saying it and say it till it opens up the heavens and the earth. Like I said, if you believe in love, you ain't gonna miss nothing because it's gonna happen in a twinkling of an eye. It's gonna happen in the twinkling of an eye. Greater light. I might come with something more substantial and a little later. If not later, tomorrow. See how I said when I get to that hour, it's like, okay, I'm ready to get off of here. Every single time. Every single time. I'm gonna go ahead and relax because I think I'm definitely pretty sure that I can make it to church tomorrow. I think I can make it to church tomorrow. I'll be so glad to hug up on my family. I might get in one of my mentors' arms and start crying. I ain't seen her face in so long. Huh? Get together, call family members, tell them you love them. You ain't got to have a reason. The people you can't stand the most, call them and just shock them. Call them and tell them you love them. Say, I love you. They be, what? What do you mean? Start a trend. The love you trend. Greater light, greater light. I might, like I said, come back later. Thank you, Canna Dummy. Everybody that was hiding in the bushes that didn't want to say anything, greater light to you. Intellectual soapbox, whoever art thou may be. Good to see you over here for the first time. And I also want to say thank you to Aboriginal Power. Because even if he shut it down, if he say, you know what, I didn't even know. But I want to say thank you to Aboriginal Power for allowing me to use his clip so that more people can hear to all the world in this generation that you are a reflection and love and light of God, the Most High, the one true and living God. And when you look in the mirror and realize that you are a reflection, your mind becomes God's mind. You will always reflect divine wisdom and divine intelligence. Your brain will always there's a symbol, lies the capacity to think wisely and spiritually. God's ideas will unfold within your mind in perfect sequence because you're always poised, balanced, serene, and calm, knowing that God will provide the perfect solution to all your needs. If it's intellectual needs, He's going to provide it. If it's needs, physical needs, He's going to provide it. If it's healing needs, He's going to provide it. I'm telling you, I'm not exaggerating. The growth that was on my eye, all that's left is the scar. It had got to a point where the numbness that I deal with and all that, it from the inside out. But thank you, Aboriginal Power. And if he get the message and realize, oh, I didn't know, and then he shut it down, I still say thank you. I still say thank you that the message is going further and further to all the world in this generation. Get right, get sealed in the love and light of God. Love is the only way. Jesus didn't come to say, don't worship me. Huh? I'm just an example that love can change the world. Through how you see it. And the reason why I'm saying thank you again, because I'll use people chat that I've been in, loyal in their chats, just hanging at their house because I like to be there. And they realize I don't use their videos, they will block it, take it down, make it private and all. I say you can't use it, huh? Even though I contribute to their chat, give information, whatever, just been loyal years. And he ain't take it down yet. He ain't block it, take it down or nothing. So thank you. Now, this is my first time ever passing 1,000 views. And I know it ain't because of me. It was because of the beings that was on his channel. But the fact of the matter is, he could have easily blocked me from using it, which has happened to me over and over and over again. Even in my community posts, because I think the person's stream was interesting or could be passed on for other people to learn. And it's because I'm using it and I put it in my community post and they realize it, they will block it and cancel it out. Which either way, it's going to get to all the world in this generation. It's already written. It's written on emerald pyramids, emerald tablets, holy tablets. How you are the living word. Your mind is in that picture in the background. That's not craters on the moon or Mars. That's my mind back there. That's what my skull and mind look like under light. I got another one that looked like waves of water. Waves of water. Hey there, Latrell Tinwell. Yep, I'm about to shut it down. You came just in time. You always show up when it's all over, huh? Or you've been there the whole time. He was there all the time. He was there all the time. Greater light, y'all. Oh, let me close out. Let me play one of them artificial intelligence songs between collaborating, me and what's their name, collaborating together. Suno AI. We ain't nothing but another version of what's that place they like to hang out in the community? Discord. Let's see. What song? Let me try this one. What was this one? I forgot how this one.
Rise up, come, let your light shine bright. Moving, rise up, come, stand up in your might. Yeah, rise up, come, be strong and take flight. Passion, rise up, come, in wisdom's pure light. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, encourage, be bold. In the spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Naturally, rise up, come swift as the deer. Manasseh, rise up, come, let go of your fear. Simeon, rise up, come, let your voice be clear. Levi, rise up, come holiness draw near. Rise up, tribes of old. In unity, let the story be told. Rise up, encourage, be bold. The spirit of the ancients, let the future unfold. Judah, rise up, come, let your light shine bright. Reuben, rise up, come, stand up in your might. Gad, rise up, come, be strong and take flight. Asher, rise up, come, in wisdom's pure light. Rise up, tribes of old.